Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. This read is dedicated to Witchy World Traveler who jumped on my Instagram and was commenting on the artwork of these cards, which I absolutely love. This deck I'm using right now is by Julia Jeffrey and Barbara Moore. It is the Hidden Realm of the Tarot, and its artwork is so beautiful. So I'm going to, at the end of this, do a quick review and show you the cards because it's simply breathtaking. So this is Journey into the Hidden Realms, and the book that comes with it is wonderful. It's a really good sized book. It's beautiful. So this is going to be a message on your journey from Spirit. What's going on? So I'm going to let you choose from the 3 cards in front of us. We have the Empress, we have the Lovers, and we have the Strength. So depending on what guides you to choose the beautiful imagery, the numbers, what the card is itself, that'll help you choose. And then I will get the book and read the little bit that encompasses it because it's so beautiful. I love the writing in this is just remarkable. Of course, okay, since these are all major arcana, so I'll give you a moment to do that. And I will tap into the major arcana, and then I'll choose one other card after as well. So we're going to start with the Empress. And you guys, I was thinking of doing something. Comment down below if you like this idea. I just got this fantastic new Camelot Oracle, and it has entire Arthurian legends in it, pages and pages, as well as this Hidden Realm Tarot has all these beautiful stories. So what I might do is a story time with Mel, just something you can wind your evening down with. I'll have beautiful cards put out, and I'll read a page or two with the corresponding cards from Camelot, whatever. The wording is beautiful, peaceful. It just is like something I'd like to hear right before I go to sleep. So I might do like a story a night, like lay out 3 cards and talk about each card and the story, how it pertains, because they're beautiful. Like when I read through these, you'll see the nuance and the gorgeousness of it. So I'm going to begin with the Empress. So just the barest whisper of coolness floats on the breeze as it touches her rosy cheeks. The scent of sun-warmed ripe apples is heavier and settles onto her skin, a sweet perfume that trails behind her as she walks through the wheat field. Seeds have fulfilled their promise with the aim of rain and sun and bees, and so all the elements reconfigure, creating life. The grain in the field and fruits of the trees will in turn be changed, becoming another link in the chain of life. Musing, she tucks a few briar roses into her hair and gathers the fruits of her labor and continues on. But it goes on and on to talk of this beautiful sort of storybook revelations, and then mixed with the Camelot and Arthurian legends. I just find it lovely, almost like a beautiful fairy tale story, so I might do those. Now, if you chose this card, it's reminding you that life is a cycle with many phases. The Empress card, though it comes in times of abundance in your life, whatever you have carefully nurtured and tenderly cared for is on the verge of reaching its highest potential. This is a time of great creativity for you. If you haven't planted anything yet, choose carefully because your heart and your life are very fertile right now. It's, you know, the act of manifestation and envisionment. You're actually creating on a very high visible scale where it is being actualized. So your thoughts have very potent potential. So kind of govern those is the message. Whatever you sow, whether thoughts, words, feelings, or actions, they are going to grow and bear fruit. Okay, so tend to yourself in your life with a loving touch. Whenever it's necessary, remember that loving kindness sometimes requires difficult actions. It does. If you see a family member behaving in a certain way, overindulging in junk or whatever, it takes intervening at times, right? It's not always easy. So plants need space to flourish, and some need pruning to thrive. So what a beautiful message. Now I'm going to pull you another card, and we're going to see what comes up. Oh wow, so you got lovely, you got the Fool card. So that message basically right now is saying, you know, this is marking a new beginning for you, and you're going to be surrounded by potential, but until you pick a path, all possibilities are going to remain open. You know, and this always reminds me to not be fearful to choose, because not choosing is also a choice, right? And we don't want to leave everything up to the vapors. We want to have some choice in the say, right? So thinking ahead has to have its place here. And listen to your heart. Some choices are best made with the mind plotting out a path and making a sound plan. Some is just our heart's wisdom. The mind can try to overthink at times. So be open and listen. As you hone into your heart's desire, the path is going to become clear. Have faith born of certainty. It will come to pass. What is meant to be for you is not going to pass you by. So take that step you want to take and you need to take. Wishful thinking is one thing, but to have a viable change, we have to step into that, right? Say we want to start a new business. We have to sort of get that out on social media or connect with people, right? Start to bounce ideas off people. It's talking about taking that vital first step for sure. So beautiful energy, group one. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you want a private read. You can also go to my Instagram, which is Sparkrist11. I post there every day and do memes and talk to people over there. So come see me over there. It's a great time and it's how I start my day. So next we're on to the lovers. So I'll do a little bit of the storybook part that's so beautiful. She is soft, all creamy whites and rosy pinks, as fresh and inviting as the hawthorn blossoms in her hair. He is all greens and browns and tender despite his strength. He takes her hand, leading her away from the revelry and the celebration. It's quieter here and they can hear the heavens conspire, crystalline spheres moving in concert and filling the sky with otherworldly music. Crickets and owls and wolves lend more earthy notes to the symphony. I love these. I can't wait to start doing story time for y'all. Just as soon as I was reading these, I'm like, I want story time for adults. I'm going to do that, like have a little 20-minute section that you can watch right before you go to sleep with these beautiful, wistful, dreamy visions right before you go to bed. I love it. It conjures very sweet emotions, right? I feel blends of passion and sparkle and loveliness, right? It's almost like the world existing in its perfect symphony, right? All these words blending are so lovely. So now the divinatory meaning, if you chose this, is almost everybody likes to see the Lover's card make an appearance, especially if they're wondering about their love life. But with these questions, this card is a really good omen and much more than that. It speaks of a union, personal or professional. It's not only a good match, but it also promises something extraordinary to come out of the partnership. For the promise to be fulfilled, though, a conscious act is needed. The crux of this card is decision. It lets you know that all the elements are there, but you need to make a decision. You need to move past the last few inches necessary to close the deal. So you're going to know what the right thing to do, because in your body, including your heart, you are just going to be told so. You are going to know and feel it. So just get your mind on board and seal it with a kiss, metaphorical or actual, then watch what wonderful things are going to come of it. Absolutely. I feel like it's just, it's on its way. So this is some more energy that's corresponding with that. After a good shuffle, you got the Four of Wands, which is saying, the wild energy of fire is always shown best advantage through the stability of the number 4, because this card represents a celebration of passion, joy, drive, usually within a group. So despite the structure of that energy in 4 that it brings, this event is generally temporary and sometimes very spontaneous. So it can mean a party, a celebration, a holiday, wedding, birthday, all of those things. But it does connotate a festive mood, so it'll bring out the best in everybody involved. It's a time to enjoy the energy created by being together with others, and it's usually focused around a specific event. So get ready for that joyful, exuberation of being with other people. So that is you, group 2. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. And stick through to the end, because I'm going to do a quick run through of the artwork of this, because it is fantastic. I'm like in heaven. So now we're on to strength. I just love this. As I was reading this, I was like, I have got to do story time. Just like, I'll start with doing like a couple a week, but some of these phrases, but it was the Camelot book that really got me going, because it was every little aspect of the creatures as well as all the heroes and women and victories of Camelot. Really beautiful. So this starts with, silence envelops them. She crouches very close, but not too close. The wolf holds himself still, just a heartbeat away from trust. She may have been waiting there for days or only moments. It doesn't matter to her. There is no impatience, there is no anxiety in her. With concentration born of love, she stills her own breathing and quiets her heart. She becomes only acceptance, and she waits for as long as it takes, content to feel the wolf's warmth near her. Beautiful. Now the divinatory meaning of this is, the card strength, one comes to expect amazing feats of physical prowess and, defeating foes. But in the hidden realm, there's another kind of strength and a specific kind of challenge. We all have our wild parts, aspects of ourselves that have grown careless or reckless or fearful through our life experiences, that left us wounded, or parts of ourselves that society or individuals have told us are shameful. We deem these parts unlovable and we hide them away. But they do not stay hidden, lashing out instead in surprising ways that we cannot seem to control. Those parts of us have value. This card represents the most difficult kind of strength, the strength to face the love within ourselves and for ourselves, to accept, heal, and eventually integrate that so we can be whole again. This journey is ongoing, because as we heal one wound, another sometimes appears, right? It's in this reading, this card lets you know that whatever your question of inner healing and forgiveness is, it is about to appear, and you will hear the answer and receive help for it. Yeah, it's often, if we have a temperament, if we have impatience, it doesn't matter. These things simply, they come about. It just is what it is. So let me pull another card for you. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. Look at that. So you have the Ace of Wands. So let's see what that's all about in this. It has a very different sort of meaning, and I just scan it over, and it's very weird. I'm connected to these messages so quickly that once I browse them, it's like I've already memorized those ones. It's like they don't really leave me. They're really, really powerful. Let me see where the wands are. But the artwork is spectacular. Everything is just amazing. So this really is heralding an opportunity for you. One that's going to require decisive action, though. So you need to be swift. There's not going to be a lot of time to think. There's no weighing of pros and cons. Oftentimes our best decisions actually come from that, because we don't overthink it. It's just going to be there. It's going to be waiting to be taken. This opportunity is there. Take it. Otherwise it'll disappear. It is one of those moments are passing. You don't need to worry, though. This opportunity will resonate with a deep passion. You're going to know that it's time to act and go for it. And on some level, you're going to have waited for, desired, or prepared for this. It's yours. You know it, and you own it. Whether you're just walking, you walk into an office, and while you're waiting to speak to somebody notices, say, something you're wearing, and you designed the idea for it, and you're like, oh, I made this, and somebody starts to initiate a conversation right away. They're like, oh, well, my friend does this and that right away. You're just going to seize that connection, that opportunity, and it's one of those things that I feel like you started the envisionment process for it, and you actually manifested it. So you jump on it and you do this thing because it's yours. The time is ripe, and it is your opportunity. So beautiful energy, group 3. I love that for you. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. And I'm going to show you some of this artwork because it is mind-blowing. So here we have, we have the Hierophant. Look at all the symbolism and the gorgeousness of everything. Forget that they're wearing jewelry. This is the Hermit. I love Celtic everything too. The Magician. Oh, look at that. Oh, beautiful. The High Priestess. Gorgeous. Look at the butterflies, the imagery. Very unique artwork. This I particularly love too, because I love all they almost look like butterfly fireflies. 6 of Wands. I love all the tattoos. The Fortune Fairy. Yeah, they have fairies included in this as well. And I'll show you the book in a moment. The Page of Cups. Oh, very beautiful. Yeah, very Celtic, very Nordic. Ace of Swords. The World. Look at that. Amazing. Oof. So rich. Life renewed. Look, she has an acorn, a golden acorn. The Sun. Oh, look, such simple times, right? Oh my gosh, to be back in those days where you're just out in wheat fields and harvesting crops, and everything was so simplified. There were no devices. It's crazy. The Moon. That's very beautiful. I love that. Look at her little house up on the hill. She's like, I built a stone lodge, and now I got to come down here and find out what's in this crack in the earth. See what's up with that. The Star. This has the most beautiful thing written in the book that is remarkable. It was like, it's so dreamy. It's so wonderful. I'm going to try to see if I can remember it while I'm looking through these. I pretty much memorized it because I looked at it and I was like, wow. It was really, really gorgeous. But it's like, I was reading everything so fast. I was trying to consume. I think it was something like the star is always welcome. Oh, yeah, it was no, oh, it wasn't. Yeah, it was like, before panic could engulf him, an iridescent moth, catching the fading moonlight and shining like a star, fluttered nearby. It was so delicate, so ethereal. that he was afraid to touch it. Instead, he held up his hand, his eyes full of curiosity and touched with hope. The moth rested on his finger, and he fancied to kiss it on the tip. As it fluttered its wings, the scent of apple blossoms wafted around him. After gazing at each other for a few moments, the moth took flight. The young fairy smiled and followed after the moth, knowing that he would soon be home, snug and safe in bed. You see why these would make such good bedtime stories? I love them. 10 of Cups, I love it. I love anything to do with elves. Knight of Cups, look at the beautiful cups. All the simple symbolism in it. 9 of Cups, beautiful. This is very Arthurian to me too. King of Cups, that looks like John Bon Jovi. Man, what's he doing rocking out? I knew he was reincarnated from an Arthurian legend. Queen of Cups, beautiful. He's in trouble. 2 of Swords, he's been misbehaving. His girlfriend's like, dude, you're in for it. Beautiful. 3 of Swords. Look at the roses. 4 of Swords. Beautiful. 5, the conflict cards. Those crows are after them. I love that. The blasted beach. That's amazing. Look at this. Oof. That's going to have some good. I don't want to read everything out of the book or any of this because I want to save some. I feel like once I read it, it stays in my mind. And once you guys have heard it, I don't like to, I want fresh stories to come in with them. So I'm not going to spoil you. Shadow Dance, spoil it for you because I want you to. That's remarkable. Ooh, that's going to have some good writings in the book. Temperance, gorgeous. Death, ooh, beautiful. That's the Hangman. I was trying to put him the right way up. Justice, gorgeous. Oh, that almost looks like a crystal sword. My heart inflateth over that. Nice. 8 of Cups. This is beautiful. Okay, I'll pick 2 more because I want some to be a surprise. These are the ones I love with all the little laughing fairies in it. 5 of Wands. This is beautiful. 7 of Wands. And 9 of Swords. This was really, I love how they have the extra fairies. This was very beautiful. The Fairy Stallion, isn't that gorgeous? So we'll end on that one, and there's still, dozens left, but I want them to be surprises because I like to space out the decks and the usages so you guys can get fresh perspective on the artwork. But I've got to say, in terms of being impactful and beautiful, this is a top-notch win. I mean, just the writing, what you'll get with the book too, that you get the beautiful beginning story, the salty spray, and then you get the divinatory meaning, the gorgeous corresponding art. So it really is otherworldly gorgeous. I can't recommend any deck. If you guys like fairies and stories, like Cherry will go crazy for this deck. It's so beautiful. But it's just enchanting. It's rich. It's all about fading moonlight, shining stars, flowy blossoms. It's just remarkable. It just takes me back to my childhood. It's amazing and it's touching and it really emanates this gorgeous, rich time in the world, right? Look at the Emperor. So I'm going to end there, and you guys comment. Let me know if you like this deck. I'll use it often because I'm pretty impressed with it. So love and light to you guys, and all my links are down below.